The Way of Walking Alone, 21 Principles for Life by Miyamoto Musashi. Imagine a legendary samurai warrior, his heart weary from a life of battles and duels. This is Miyamoto Musashi, and in his later years he sought a different kind of strength, the strength found in inner peace and self-mastery. He recorded his insights in a set of guiding principles known as Dokkodo, or the Way of Walking Alone. Written in 17th century Japan, a time of constant turmoil and change, Dokkodo serves as a roadmap to navigate not just the outer world but our inner world as well. It's a guide to living a fulfilling life rooted in self-discipline, clear-mindedness, and a heart free from needless attachments. Through 21 powerful principles, Musashi teaches us to let go of what holds us back, sharpen our focus, and find strength in walking our own unique path. These principles are just as relevant today as they were centuries ago, offering timeless wisdom to help us face life's challenges with courage and clarity. Before we explore these principles further, let's take a moment to settle in. If you're ready to delve into Musashi's wisdom, let me know in the comments. Number 1. Accept everything just the way it is. Let's delve into the impactful wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, who said, "Accept everything just the way it is." This idea becomes increasingly important as we face life's inevitable challenges. These can include health problems, the loss of loved ones, or periods of isolation. Musashi's advice on acceptance can be a source of comfort and happiness, things we all crave more as we experience such difficulties. Think about this. Letting go of our fixed ideas about how life should be opens the door to contentment. This can be especially freeing for those who are dealing with physical discomfort or emotional burdens. Many individuals, whether living independently or in care facilities, experience regular pain. The emotional weight of life's hardships, combined with feelings of loneliness, can be overwhelming. However, by embracing Musashi's philosophy, we can shift our perspective and manage these challenges more effectively. When we embrace acceptance, we become more resilient. We stop fighting the reality of life's situations and instead focus on how we respond, and that's empowering. This shift from dwelling on the past to appreciating the present allows us to find more joy in the simple things, making us feel more fulfilled overall. Organizations like the World Health Organization emphasize the vital importance of mental well-being. They point out that acceptance and a positive outlook are essential for coping with pain and loneliness. By accepting our circumstances, we're more likely to reach out for family and community support, which helps combat isolation. It's crucial to understand that accepting how things are doesn't mean giving up. Rather, it's a courageous way of facing reality. It encourages us to let go of unrealistic expectations and embrace our current state, creating a more peaceful and rewarding existence. This kind of acceptance empowers us to navigate life's complexities with grace, boosting our inner strength and making our lives richer. What are your thoughts on this philosophy? If it resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. Number 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. This principle is not about saying no to enjoyment. It's about making thoughtful decisions about the things that truly bring lasting fulfillment. Grasping this difference becomes incredibly important as we go through the natural transitions in life. Picture this: two individuals, each savoring a slice of cake. One person eats it rapidly, completely focused on the immediate sweetness. The other person takes their time with each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and even appreciating the effort that went into baking it. The first person experiences a quick burst of pleasure, while the second enjoys a more profound satisfaction and appreciation. This deeper level of satisfaction is what Musashi encourages. At different stages of life, we might need to rethink our relationship with pleasure. What we found incredibly enjoyable in earlier years may not hold the same appeal, or might even seem excessive later on. Musashi's principle prompts us to shift our focus inward. Instead of pursuing fleeting highs, we can explore the things that bring about a lasting sense of contentment. This could involve cultivating strong relationships, taking part in meaningful activities, or giving back to something greater than ourselves. It might also involve rediscovering simple joys like feeling the warmth of the sun, witnessing a beautiful sunset, or enjoying the companionship of a loved one. By intentionally choosing where to direct our energy and focus, we can cultivate a life abundant in genuine happiness, even while facing challenges. This principle also encourages the practice of mindfulness. being completely present in the current moment without judgment. When we become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, we start recognizing the things that truly nourish us and those that leave us feeling unfulfilled. This doesn't mean that all pleasure is inherently bad. Musashi's teaching emphasizes balance and purposefulness. We can still enjoy life's pleasures, but we approach them with awareness, selecting those that align with our values and enhance our overall well-being. This mindful approach can lead to greater inner peace, contentment, and gratitude, ultimately enriching our experience in life. Number 3. Do not depend on partial feelings. The wisdom of Miyamoto Musashi, do not depend on partial feelings, offers invaluable guidance for navigating life's challenges. It's a natural part of life that we all experience a mixture of emotions, pain, loss, uncertainty, all shaped by our individual experiences. But allowing these fleeting emotions to solely govern our decisions can lead us down roads we may regret later. A core element of this principle is understanding that we shouldn't base our decisions solely on temporary emotions or impulses. Research shows that people often experience significant emotional shifts due to life changes, including health issues and shifts in social circles. Interestingly, studies suggest that with time, many become more adept at managing their emotions, which positively influences decision-making. This emotional regulation leads to a clearer perspective, making it less likely that choices will be based on fleeting feelings, which could later result in regret or dissatisfaction. Developing the ability to detach from our emotions while still acknowledging them is crucial for making rational choices. The realities of life's challenges can sometimes feel overwhelming, but when we practice emotional detachment, we're better able to approach decisions with a level head. This isn't about suppressing our feelings. It's about recognizing them without letting them control us. For example, consider managing chronic pain. Instead of reacting impulsively to discomfort, we benefit from considering long-term implications, which allows for more balanced decision-making. Moreover, gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves and our individual situations can further improve our decision-making abilities. Life experience is a valuable asset that can guide our choices. When we take the time to reflect on past decisions and their outcomes, we gain a clearer understanding of what truly matters. This self-reflection helps us identify our priorities and make choices that align with our long-term well-being, rather than fleeting desires. In essence, Musashi's advice to not be swayed by partial feelings reminds us to approach decision-making with clarity and self-awareness. By avoiding impulsive reactions, cultivating emotional detachment, and reflecting on our experiences, we can navigate life's complexities with more wisdom and resilience. Ultimately, this empowers us to make informed decisions that contribute to a better quality of life. Number 4. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. It's not uncommon to feel like we're fading into the background, even struggling with feelings of insignificance or isolation. This can lead us to fixate on our own experiences. However, Musashi's wisdom encourages us to turn our focus outward, embracing humility and developing a deeper appreciation for the world that surrounds us. Thinking lightly of oneself involves fostering humility and acknowledging that our personal journey is just one small thread in a vast and intricate tapestry. This perspective is particularly important for those who might feel their contributions diminishing over time. By releasing our grip on self-importance, we open ourselves up to new adventures and opportunities for learning. It enables us to acknowledge our limitations and imperfections, ultimately paving the way for continuous growth and self-improvement. Conversely, thinking deeply about the world invites us to engage with its complexities and acknowledge the challenges faced by others. This concept prioritizes empathy and understanding, encouraging us to forge deeper connections with those around us. By widening our lens to consider life's bigger picture, we develop a stronger grasp of the struggles and aspirations of those around us. This, in turn, fosters richer relationships and strengthens our sense of community, combating those feelings of loneliness that can creep in, especially as we age. Beyond personal benefits, Musashi's wisdom provides a roadmap for discovering meaning and fulfillment in life. By putting the needs of others and the planet first, acts of kindness and service become deeply enriching. Actively participating in our communities and offering support to younger generations brings new energy and meaning into our lives. This outward focus not only improves our own quality of life, but also leaves a positive mark on those we touch, creating a powerful cycle of support and interconnectedness. Fundamentally, Musashi's principle advocates for a healthy equilibrium, being self-aware while maintaining a deep connection with the world around us. When we think lightly of ourselves, we can move through life's challenges with grace and resilience. Simultaneously, when we think deeply of the world, we foster empathy and build meaningful relationships, leading to a richer life and leaving a legacy of compassion that continues to inspire others. Number 5. Be detached from desire. Miyamoto Musashi's principle of being detached from desire offers valuable guidance for navigating life's journey. It's easy to dwell on unfulfilled dreams or make comparisons that leave us feeling dissatisfied. But Musashi's wisdom advises us to release our attachment to these wants, revealing a path towards true freedom and contentment. It's crucial to understand that detaching from desire doesn't mean abandoning our hopes and aspirations altogether. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of not pinning our happiness solely on possessions, social standing, or seeking validation from others. Many of us might find ourselves reflecting on past ambitions or comparing our journey to someone else's, leading to feelings of regret and unhappiness. Musashi suggests that by releasing our grip on these attachments, we can redirect our energy towards what truly holds significance: our relationships, passions, and personal growth. This shift in focus brings us closer to the present, leading to a richer and more fulfilling life. The practice of non-attachment also holds immense power in alleviating anxieties that can accompany aging. As we encounter realities like declining health or the loss of loved ones, Musashi's wisdom offers a path toward peace. By accepting that impermanence is a natural part of life and embracing its unpredictable nature, we develop a mindset that welcomes change rather than fearing it. This acceptance cultivates greater joy and fulfillment as we learn to cherish each moment instead of dwelling on the past or longing for what might have been. In practical terms, we can apply this principle by immersing ourselves in activities that nurture our passions and relationships. Instead of pursuing material success or seeking accolades, invest time in hobbies, volunteer work, or simply enjoying the company of family and friends. These pursuits bring a sense of richness and purpose to our lives while fostering connections. Ultimately, Musashi's teaching on detachment inspires us to embrace life with greater mindfulness and gratitude. By releasing our grip on unfulfilled desires, we open ourselves up to discovering peace and joy in the present moment, recognizing that genuine fulfillment arises not from external accomplishments, but from the richness of our experiences and connections. This perspective not only enhances our quality of life, but also serves as a poignant reminder that joy can be found in the simple act of being, rather than in a relentless pursuit of things that may always remain out of reach. Number 6. Do not be saddened by separations. Miyamoto Musashi's words, "Do not be saddened by separations," carry a profound message, especially as we age and inevitably face the changes and losses that come with getting older. His teaching encourages us to find peace by embracing the impermanent nature of life, allowing us to find acceptance even amidst painful separations, whether it's losing someone we love, the ending of a relationship, or letting go of dreams we held dear. As we journey through life, we're continually reminded of impermanence, both our own and that of everything around us. Saying goodbye to loved ones, witnessing a decline in our abilities, and even simply accepting the passage of time can feel like heavy burdens. But Musashi reminds us that it's our attachment to permanence that causes suffering. If we can instead acknowledge that everything, even life itself, is temporary, we learn to cherish the present moment and find solace in memories rather than focusing on what's gone. The beauty of Musashi's philosophy lies in its broad application. It's not limited to just loss and death, but extends to all forms of separation. As men age, we may experience things like retirement, the end of a marriage, or children moving out. While these are often painful transitions, they can also present opportunities for growth and exploring new paths in life. By embracing this natural cycle of change, we can find the strength to navigate new chapters. Musashi's wisdom reminds us that dwelling on the past or fearing the future only steals away from the present. When we let go of these attachments and accept the ebb and flow of life, we discover a wellspring of inner peace that transcends those inevitable ups and downs. This isn't about denying our grief or suppressing the pain of loss. It's about acknowledging that these are natural parts of life, and that with acceptance and time, we can move forward. Ultimately, Musashi's teachings about detachment highlight the resilience of the human spirit. By accepting the fleeting nature of all things and learning to live fully in the present, we can embrace life with appreciation, purpose, and the strength to face life's most difficult changes gracefully. Number 7. Resentment and complaint are inappropriate. As we age, we inevitably face challenges. Maybe our health deteriorates, financial worries creep in, or we experience a growing sense of isolation. These situations can easily trigger negativity, leading to resentment and complaining about circumstances beyond our control. But Musashi offers a different perspective. He encourages us to shift our energy away from dwelling on problems and instead focus on finding practical solutions. Musashi recognized that resentment and complaining aren't just unproductive, they actively drain us emotionally and mentally. Instead of helping us, they often trap us in a cycle of negativity. This is true for all of us, especially when grappling with disappointments about how our lives have unfolded. Dwelling on the past won't change it, but focusing on practical steps we can take can reignite a sense of purpose and create new possibilities. This might mean prioritizing healthier habits, exploring ways to improve financial well-being, or actively seeking out meaningful social connections. Musashi's teaching guides us towards a more mindful perspective. This involves acknowledging the difficulties, but choosing to direct our attention towards what we have the power to change. By concentrating on actionable steps rather than complaining about things outside our control, we reclaim a sense of control. This shift in thinking is crucial for developing resilience, particularly as we navigate challenges often associated with aging. Ultimately, Musashi reminds us that true contentment and fulfillment come from cultivating a positive, solution-oriented outlook, regardless of how old we are. Number 8. Do not regret what you have done. Do not regret what you have done, writes Miyamoto Musashi in The Way of Walking Alone. This potent message encourages us to reflect on the roads we've traveled. It's completely natural to look back and question choices we've made, careers, relationships, chances taken or missed. And while regret is a human emotion, it can easily turn into a heavy weight that traps us in self-blame and prevents us from moving forward. Musashi advises us to embrace our past decisions, seeing both the successes and the mistakes as valuable learning experiences. We can't change the past, so rather than dwelling on what could have been, he encourages us to proceed with clarity and intention. Our past shapes us, for better or worse, contributing to who we are in the present moment. With time, we gain the advantage of perspective. But when we allow regret to take hold, it clouds this perspective and hinders both our personal growth and our ability to truly be present. Musashi's wisdom encourages us to view our lives with all their triumphs and missteps as part of a unique and individual evolution. This outlook fosters resilience. Rather than being stuck in regret, we can consciously choose to learn from past experiences. This not only provides emotional freedom but also fosters self-acceptance and a sense of peace, allowing us to navigate the future with confidence. Essentially, this principle encourages us to let go of what-ifs and embrace our stories, including all our imperfections. It's about understanding that every experience has prepared us for the road ahead. Number 9. Never be jealous. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, especially when we reflect on life's journey. We might find ourselves envious of others who seem to have achieved greater success, maintained better health, or reached a higher level of financial stability. However, this kind of comparison rarely, if ever, leads to anything positive. Musashi recognized that jealousy is a powerful emotion capable of creating deep unhappiness and discontent. As we reflect on our lives, it's tempting to compare our experiences with others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy or regret. However, Musashi encourages us to choose a different path, one rooted in personal growth and fulfillment rather than envy. He advises us to shift our focus inward. Instead of dwelling on what others possess, he encourages us to cultivate our own skills and wisdom, finding contentment from within. This principle aligns perfectly with the idea that as life progresses, our priorities naturally shift. While external achievements may have been a driving force in earlier years, the pursuit of inner peace and genuine satisfaction often takes center stage later on. By rejecting jealousy, we free ourselves from the burden of negative comparison, allowing ourselves to appreciate our own individual paths. Musashi reminds us that life is not a competition, but rather a personal journey meant to be traveled with purpose and dignity. Embracing this shift in perspective can be profoundly liberating. Instead of wasting precious energy on envy, we can channel that energy into pursuits that bring true fulfillment, personal growth, passions we love, and cultivating meaningful connections. Ultimately, Musashi's lesson teaches us to connect more deeply with ourselves, recognizing that true joy doesn't come from seeking validation from others, but rather from finding peace and contentment within. Number 10. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. The 10th principle in Musashi's Dokkodo might seem a bit perplexing initially. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. But rather than dismissing it as an aging warrior's words, consider this. Musashi isn't suggesting we should live lives devoid of love or passion. Instead, he's advising us to be cautious about allowing ourselves to be ruled by these powerful emotions. Lust and love, while capable of generating great joy, also have the power to cloud our judgment, sometimes leading us down paths we come to regret. Musashi encourages detachment, not in the sense of becoming emotionally closed off or detached, but rather in approaching these feelings with wisdom and self-awareness. Imagine this. Picture yourself sailing across a vast ocean. Love and desire are like the wind filling your sails, propelling you forward with exhilarating momentum. But you wouldn't simply hand over the ship's wheel to the wind, would you? You would maintain a firm grip, using the wind to your advantage, but also adjusting your course as needed. This perfectly illustrates the essence of Musashi's principle. By recognizing that lust and love are impermanent emotions, as changeable as the wind, we cultivate greater clarity and avoid becoming overly reliant on others for our happiness. We learn to embrace and cherish these feelings without letting them dictate our direction in life. This allows us to navigate relationships with more wisdom, resilience, and a deeper sense of inner peace. Number 11. In all things, have no preferences. The 11th principle in Dokkodo seems deceptively simple. In all things, have no preferences. Now, Musashi isn't suggesting we abandon our values or wander through life indifferent. Instead, he's encouraging us to examine how tightly we cling to our preferences and how those attachments might be holding us back from experiencing life's full richness. Consider this. Our preferences are often shaped by limited experiences and personal biases. They create a comfortable, predictable bubble, but they can also blind us to new possibilities and unexpected joys. Musashi invites us to step outside that comfort zone and approach life with a beginner's mind. Imagine going to a restaurant and always ordering the same dish. It's familiar, you know you'll like it, but you miss out on discovering new flavors that might surprise and delight you. Life is like that too. When we loosen our grip on preferences, we open ourselves to a world of exciting possibilities. This isn't about becoming passive or indifferent. It's about cultivating a spirit of open-minded curiosity. It's about choosing our path consciously while also being open to new directions, unexpected detours, and finding joy in the journey, wherever it might lead.